Welcome in, wrestling fans, to Wapsie Valley High School for tonight's opening duels of the season. Wapsie Valley taking on the Jesup Jayhawks and the Maquoketa Valley Wildcats in their season opening JV Varsity Wrestling Triangular. Ladies and gentlemen, wrestling is back! I'm Blake Boer on the call tonight, and joining me is the legend in the making, Zach Bavers.
Hey, how are we doing? I am so excited to be here tonight. They just shut off the lights about a few minutes ago. That's when you know wrestling's back, you know? The Warriors come out, they circle the mat, the lights go down, got wrestler introductions. It is electric in this building. The fans are here, they're loud. It's ready to go.
It is going to be an awesome night of wrestling here as we have your Wapsie Valley Warriors out on the mat. They'll be taking on the Jesup Jayhawks and the Maquoketa Valley Wildcats. All right, Zach, I know you're pumped. Wrestling's back. What are you feeling tonight? What are your thoughts?
I'm feeling a lot of electricity. For a lot of these wrestlers, it's just a good thing to be back in the nature of wrestling. We're getting into tonight. We got 2 or 3 really good teams, all in Class 1A. Squaring off in a conference duel tonight, and it is electric. I want to see aggressive wrestling. That's what I think we're going to see. These two teams, Wapsie and Jesup, who will be starting off tonight, they're known for being scrappy, and they're known for being aggressive. And I want to see some aggressive wrestling, and that's what really puts the fireworks on tonight.
It's definitely going to be a fun night of wrestling coming back. You've got Wapsie Valley, who was a state dual qualifying team last year, placed, I believe it was, what did we place?
6th, right?
No, we didn't place 6th. We placed 5th?
Yeah, maybe.
We placed 5th, I believe. I'm sorry, my memory is really bad right now. I was there the whole time for the state duels. I believe it was 5th at the state duel tournament. Bringing back a number of guys in that varsity lineup. You look at Jesup. They did have some guys that went to the state tournament last year, as did Wapsie Valley and Maquoketa Valley. Jesup has their team a little bit more filled out this year, some guys ready to compete up and down the lineup. For Maquoketa Valley, they're the smaller team here tonight. They will have some open weights, as we'll see going through the night in their 2 duels. But they do have some studs, some guys that are ranked up there 3rd, 1st in the state rankings at their individual weights. So this is definitely going to be an interesting night. They do have some tough guys. Each team, I believe, is going to be ready to go tonight. And, you know, first night back, the nerves are there.
They're
the excitement
palpable.
is there.
And I was going to say, even though Maquoketa Valley is the smaller team here tonight, they have the guys in the back half of the lineup to really hammer it home for them. They have the number 1 ranked 190-pounder, number 3 ranked at 215, and number 3 ranked at 285. They need those guys to really step it up tonight if they want to have a shot at Wapsie Valley and Jesup. Something to see for Wapsie Valley. For the first time in what feels like forever, Wapsie has an open weight. 120. Most of the time we talk about this Wapsie Valley team, the reason why they're making it to the state dual tournament almost every year is because they have a full team. Tonight, they're going to have a weakness. They have an open weight at 120. That's a free 6 points going up on the board for Jesup and Mac Valley. I hope to see some rebuilding from this team. They're not rebuilding, they're reloading. You know, Wapsie needs to be able to hammer it home down the back stretch because they're going to have a little bit of a struggle in the front half.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting one. And with Wapsie having that 1 open weight, I did talk with Coach Collier, and with everybody's descent plans and, you know, obviously wrestling, almost everybody is cutting weight at some point. And one of the wrestlers they were planning on filling the 120 spot this year just wasn't at the weight to be able to get there, and his descent plan wouldn't allow him to get to 120. So that leaves the open weight for Wapsie Valley. And fans, we will now have our national anthem.
freshman. At 150, number 9 ranked Easton Crawl. 157 is 11th ranked Kanan Decker. At 165, 9th ranked Garrett Miller. 175 is Brock Kleitch. 190 is Jacob Shore. 215 is the freshman Grayson Miller. And at 285, the 12th ranked heavyweight Derek Hilsenbach. For the Jayhawks, at 106, it'll be number 3 ranked Aiden Bergman. 113, number 3, Cooper Hines. 120, Gavin Bell. 126, Joe Balder. 132, Ethan Kroll. 138, Trevin Dello Gardell. He's ranked 7th. 144 is Dawson Bell. 150 is Caden Lang. 157 is Caleb Zuck. 165 is Max Soley. 175 is the 6th ranked Kyle Bucknell. 190 is Drew Munson. 215 is Skylar Blad. And 285, Jordan O'Connor.
And as you're hearing some of those weights railed off, as Zach mentioned, there is a change to the weight classifications this year across the country. But what happened was the NFHS, the governing body for all high school sports, decided to make a change and give states the option. The weights were changed based to try and adjust to what they were seeing for wrestlers' weights and how lineups were forming and all that across the country. And then they went and gave states the option of a list of weights, and they could either wrestle at 14 weight classes, which is what they had been wrestling at, 13 weight classes, or 12 weight classes. And some of the weights varied a little bit, 14 versus 13 versus 12. What most states did was stay at 14 weight classes. I do know that Minnesota was one that went to 13 to try and cut down on like some of those opens and for a few different reasons. I know I have a friend that is a wrestling official in Minnesota. Shout out to him for feeding me some of that information. Tanner Brunchley, if you're listening.
Networking.
Thank you. But Iowa stayed with the 14, so there was a few changes in there. 106 through 138, so 106, 113, 120, 126, 132, and 138 all stay the same. Those are the same since 2011 or 12, when the most recent change was made in weights. The new weights, and a couple of these are 1-2 pound adjustments, others are more. 144, 150, 157, 165, 175, 190, 215, and 285. All right, folks, it's time to hit the mats. Wapsie Valley and Jesup. First up, our first duel of the night. It will be Wapsie Valley's Reese Higgenow taking on Jesup's Ethan. Oh, sorry, we are.
Wrong.
I'm off one weight class. I'm sorry. I'm off one weight class. We're at 138, where Wapsie Valley's Dallas Tissue will be taking on Jesup's 7th-ranked Trevin Delagardell.
And something I want to see from Tissue here is I want to see some loose wrestling. Too often these Warriors are a little tight when they head out to the mat. I want to see Tissue be loose, be a flow. He's the underdog in this match. I want to see him kind of embrace that.
All right, here we go. The wrestlers meet the mat, shake hands, and we're off. Wrestling is officially back.
You're going to see from these lightweights, you're going to see a lot of scramble, a lot of action, but for the first few periods, you're going to see a lot of slow, kind of trying to figure out your opponent, trying to figure out what kind of shots you want to take.
Each wrestler trying to feel each other out. A lot of that pulling the head, trying to get in position there, aim for a shot.
Level changes. This Tissue will be shoved out of bounds. They'll head back to the middle.
Nobody in position yet. Neutral back to the middle and restart.
You're going to see from some of these lightweights wrestling kind of on their knees. It kind of takes away those ankle picks and those kind of low shots. Those try to kind of take away those single legs.
No, Dallas last year was a very aggressive wrestler. Loved to take some shots. He had some very high-scoring matches last year. Kind of got himself into a pickle a few times, but he's just a very aggressive wrestler.
I think that's what he's learning here now is he's kind of has to deal with his own and kind of feel the match out before he needs to be that aggressive wrestler that we all know he is. There's a shot from Tissue. Some good defense here from Delagardell.
Delagardell very much holding off any attempted shots there as he goes in on his own, and they'll go out of bounds. 41 seconds to go in the first period. Still scoreless between Tissue and Delagardelle.
Coaches trying to coach up their wrestlers mid-match. We got about 30 seconds left here in the first period. Some early defensive wrestling here from both guys. We have seen our flurry of shots, but none have really gotten to the point to where we worry about kind of a takedown. There's a fireman scare. He was trying to dump him up, and he will right before the period ends. That's a very important two for Delagardelle as the period closes. If you're Tissue there, you got to be situational, kind of have that situational awareness there to be able to hold off the defense for just a few more seconds before you reach the end of the first.
Yeah, Tissue went in on a shot there, just got off to the side. Delagardelle was able to turn that around on him and just able to get around, roll over, and get that early takedown.
The re-attacks for Delagardelle have been really good so far.
And caution there, an early start on Tissue.
Tissue's a little jumpy. He's got to be aware here. Next caution is a point. He's got to be careful.
Here we go. Line back up for the start.
Tissue working hard. Something that these Warriors take pride in is being able to fend for themselves in that top position. As Tissue trying to work an arm bar, he's got to get that far wrist. If he doesn't get that far wrist, he's not really going to get anywhere because Delagardelle will be able to plant that wrist on the mat and be able to hold himself up. Tissue might be looking here for a Steiner tilt, but he's still trying to work that arm bar here on the edge of the mat. Got to be careful with that shoulder, too. We saw a lot last year. They're going to call for potentially dangerous a lot with that shoulder if you get it up too high.
Tissue trying to work that arm back over to roll him, but they'll go out of bounds before that happens. So back to the center will go. Tissue in the top position. Trevin Delagardelle, leading the match 2-0.
Delagardelle trying to work his way back up, but Tissue really being heavy in that top position. He's still going for that arm bar. He's got to get that far wrist at some point.
He's been trying to go for that shoulder rather than going out for the wrist. Zach, what is his thought there? Trying to get the shoulder versus the wrist.
I think he's trying to get that. Oh, he's got a cow catcher, but he loses it. And two reversal for Delagardelle.
Delagardelle just slips out on that attempt by Tissue, slips around, and gets two on the reversal for a 4-0 lead.
Going back to that shoulder there, he's trying to get a suck back. You know, Delagardelle's trying to work up to his base. Tissue's trying to take advantage of that, grabbing those shoulders, trying to pull Delagardelle back to himself. Try to kind of work him over to get some back points. As now Delagardelle's working that left arm there, working that left wrist.
And we'll reach the end of the second period. It's Trevin Delagardelle with a 4-0 lead on Wapsie Valley's Dallas Tissue, headed to the third period.
Now, if you're Tissue here, Coach Brian Krall told Tissue to take the bottom position. It's an interesting decision. I'll tell you my reasoning why. He has in that short 30 seconds that he wasn't able to get out, as now he does, like announcer's drinks, you know.
Tissue breaks the hands, gets the 1-point escape.
Now you have to fight from a neutral position. You cannot give up a takedown here if you're Tissue. Well, not only do you have to be on the attack all the time, you have to be able to play good defense with Delagardelle's re-attacks.
Both wrestlers go off the mat onto the floor, so they'll reset back in the center in the neutral position. Trevin Delagardelle leading Dallas Tissue 4-1 here in the third period.
Tissue trying to work the neutral position here. He had some hand fighting. Del Gardell there on a re-attack. Tissue tried to go for that right leg kind of trip there as they both go out of bounds. So Tissue's got 1:12 to work with. He's got to get 3 points out of the deal. It starts with Tissue getting a takedown. He has to get it in probably the next 10 to 15 seconds if he wants a shot at winning this.
Tries to go in a shot on that left leg of Del Gardell. Goes in for the double. Gets the lift. And 2 for the takedown.
He's got to cut him away. He's got to cut him away. He's got to go for the tie.
He lets him up, gets the escape.
Something that I have been seeing here, when are the refs going to call a stall on Del Gardell? Del Gardell's playing defensively right now, not taking a lot of shots. It's important that he gets those reattacks as he takes a shot to avoid the stall calls.
Tissue's goes in on the shot as Tissue sprawls.
He's got to push it back and get around. He's got it. He's got to work it here. He's got about 30 seconds to work with.
Tissue trying to go around the left side as Del Gardell fights it off. 20 seconds to go.
You could see that entire fan base of Wapsie over there as Del Gardell gets the takedown. And that should do it for the Jayhawk here as there's 10 seconds left. He had the opening. He just couldn't push it around. And as they go out of bounds, you could see Tissue, the fatigue, caught up to him a little bit, and he wasn't able to finish there.
So back to the center. Trevin Del Gardell leading 7-3, 4 seconds left.
Tissue tries to get something going, but it will not happen as Del Gardell gets the big victory right away for the Jayhawks.
A 7-3 decision for Trevin Del Gardell over Dallas Tissue. And Jesup will take the early 3-0 match lead. Next up on the docket is the new weight class. Our first new weight class of the night, 144 pounds. It is Wapsie Valley's Caden Dana. He'll be taking on Jesup's Dawson Bell.
Something to see from Dana. He is a freshman coming into the season, a very fast, aggressive wrestler. You're going to see a lot of speed, a lot of movement, a lot of athleticism from Dana, as he is, I like to compare him to Austin DeSanto a lot. He's got a lot of energy, he's got a lot of speed going for him, and a lot of fast, quick movements, as you can see there.
Dawson Bell goes around the ankle, gets around for the 2.
This is a weight the Warriors need to win if they want to stay in this. Dana's got to stay in this here as Bell's trying to put the legs in. I mean, something about this, I don't really, I'm not too fond of the putting the whole legs in and just working the head and shoulders deal. It doesn't really give the guy on bottom a chance to really work himself up, and it's kind of just a feed for riding time. I'm sure there's ways to get out of it. Way over my head to even comprehend of trying to figure out, but it just seems like almost a death sentence for these wrestlers. As Bell trying to work over the shoulder. So like here, Dana can't even put his feet on the ground to try to push himself back to his base.
Bell trying to work Dana over there, grabbing that left arm, trying to pull.
And this is something that's an advantage for these tall, lanky wrestlers. They have the ability to kind of work the legs, work the cradles. They got those long arms, long legs. They got the reach to be able to hit you before you can hit them.
10 seconds left to go in this first period between Bell and Dana. Bell with the 2-0 lead.
And this is something that's important for the Jayhawks. They need to wear Dana down. Towards the third period, he tends to get tired and a little bit loss of energy. And for Dana, he's got to be able to stay in it.
Now, you look at this matchup here. You've got Dana, the freshman, slightly shorter, a little more muscular build, where you've got Dawson Bell, good build, longer, taller kid, matching up at that 144 weight class. It's interesting to see how that goes. And obviously, you have Bell more with the experience there as a senior. How does
Am I
that play
mistaken?
out?
Did Bell take top? Bell choose the top position?
I didn't see who made the he obviously started in the top position.
Yes.
But I guess I missed the call.
So did I. Sitting over here looking at my computer.
We should maybe pay attention.
It's probably a good idea, huh? Anyways, what was your question?
I don't even remember. Let's
okay,
call the
we're
action.
just going. Hey, Bell's got an armbar here. He's got Dana worked over to his back. This would be a big pin for the Jayhawks. Dana's got to fight. He's got to fight here. We're looking for both of those shoulder blades. And he's got it. Dana's stuck.
Got to fight here.
He's pinned. The Jayhawk gets the victory and put the Jayhawks up 9-zip.
That pin comes in 2 minutes and 48 seconds for Jesup's Dawson Bell, adding 6 points to the team score for a 9-0 Jayhawk lead.
All right, and now we have, I would say the man of last year, Issa Carroll. He sent the Warriors to the state dual tournament last year with a win in Lisbon. And this is an important weight, especially. I said the last weight was important. This is more important. Issa Carroll needs a pin. He needs a pin to kind of put the Warriors back in this duel.
So at 150 pounds for Wapsie Valley, it is 9th-ranked Easton Krall. He is taking on Jesup's Caden Lang.
Lang, a sophomore. Krall is a senior.
Lang does try to go in on a shot there. Krall quickly gets the feet away.
Krall, something to his ability, he's got really good shot defense. He's very good at limiting takedowns and shots, and he's very good at stopping them as he gets a takedown here to put the Warrior up 2-zip. About 1:15 left to go here in the first. Krall immediately works to that left wrist.
You know, Easton's one of those wrestlers who really likes working from the top position. There's a lot of guys who like to shoot, they get the takedown, they get the shot, want to cut, let their opponent up, go back in, just keep
Dawson
shooting,
Schmidt.
keep shooting. Yes, watch their star of last year, Dawson Schmidt, was one of those guys. He'd rack up a lot of points that way. Easton's definitely more of the
technical
working
wrestler
on the bottom type.
He's looking for a chicken wing, but lets it go. I guess to continue on your point here, Easton is a very technical wrestler. He's all about technique. As we got a stalling call on Lang, I believe.
First stall warning there on Lang.
And Lang really has not done a whole lot in this bottom position. As now Krall gets the chicken wing in with about 10 seconds left. He's got that far wrist. See, this is what Tissue missed in that match. He could not get that far wrist. It kind of limits Lang and what he can do on the bottom because he can't plant on that far wrist.
He's got him close, about halfway on the tilt, but not enough before the first period ends. It is Easton Krall with the 2-0 lead on Caden Lang.
An aggressive decision here by Lang to go neutral. Betting on a takedown here. Obviously, you couldn't really do much in that bottom position, so it's either top or neutral at that point as he takes a shot. Krall had the front headlock there, but Lang able to clear out.
Both wrestlers will tie up again, working the hand battle.
Yeah, something it's kind of the game within the game here for wrestling is that hand position. Got to be able to hand fight and be able to keep going. As Krall, they're still working wrist position. About 1:25. Krall takes a shot, defended by Lang. He takes another shot, again defended. Shot from Lang Good shot defense there from Kroll. Still in this second period. Not much has happened so far.
Halfway through the second period, it's 2-0 Kroll.
Kroll in that front headlock. Oh, my! Wow! What a head whizzer there. My goodness, that was a turn of events. As Kroll gets the escape there. And in that front headlock, now you're thinking Kroll has that in the back of his head. He's going to remember that when he gets another front headlock to kind of watch out for that. I definitely did not see that coming whatsoever.
Very sneaky and aggressive shot there for Lang. But he gets shot, ties it up, and Kroll does get the escape, go back up 3-2 as the second period winds down. Each wrestler eyeing each other up. A shot in there by Lang on the left leg of Kroll. And the second period will run out. Kroll with the slim lead, 3-2.
Now you're thinking Kroll has the advantage here, Lang has all the momentum, but Kroll still holds that 3-2 lead as he's going to take the bottom position. If you're Lang, there's a little bit of a decision here. Do you let him go and play the neutral game and try to get another takedown, or do you try to get back points in that top position?
Kroll does stand up, but drove back to the ground by Lang.
Something that is apparent as he lets him go. Lang already has a stall call, which in this point, even though he is down, doesn't really make much of a difference. But if it is to happen again and he does get another one, that puts the lead at 5-2 instead of 4-2. And that can be big in these one-point matches. There's a shot there. And honestly, Kroll has done a great job defensively tonight. But Lang is sneakily getting these single legs in. I mean, Kroll's able to whizzer out, but he almost had him in trouble at the end of the second.
Kroll has been playing pretty good defense on some of those shots, but Lang has been very quick getting to the leg of Kroll.
Again, this neutral game. This would be a big upset if Lang were to pull it off. You're thinking right now he's got to get a takedown and hope for overtime. Jesup crowd getting a little rowdy.
As to be expected. Pretty rival match here. You know, two close outs. It's the first dual meet of the year.
Yeah. He's got about 35 seconds. I mean, both these fan bases, in fact, all three of these fan bases are really passionate about their wrestlers. I'm wondering why they're yelling stall. Kroll just took a shot. I mean, this is...
I think a little bit of fandom plays into
There's got to be some biasness.
You know, it's not wrestling without a little fan bias.
Yeah. You have blue and orange on. I mean, you're going to be a little biased at least. And there's a front headlock. A takedown. Go behind there for Kroll. He'll get the 6-2 win to put the Warriors back in this duel.
And Easton Kroll gets the 6-2 decision for Wapsie Valley. Wapsie Valley's first points on the board.
I don't know why it says 9-6. It's 9-3.
Yeah, I think our scoreboard controllers over there had something off. Oh,
hey, there we go.
Now they got it right. They had everything swapped around there. We're good to go now.
I also lost my computer, so I don't really have much. But Decker, the fast start, gets a takedown right away. And this is what we saw from Schmidt last year. Takedown, let up. Takedown, let up. Takedown, let up. Is the 11th ranked Caden Decker will take on Caleb Zuck of the Jayhawks. As Decker has that front headlock, he's reaching for that inside leg. Now he's got that right arm. Zuck in on a high crotch. Decker now grabbing the ankle. This is a little bit of a scramble here. Both wrestlers vying for position. Decker's got that leg laced. Now he's kind of got a crossface. Maybe looking for a cradle. But yeah, there's the cross faces. He's going to get the takedown. We'll say, if you want to talk about tactics, Decker definitely caught Zuck off guard in like the first 3 seconds taking a shot.
Yeah, Kanan Decker, he was so fast in starting, I couldn't even change the score to pull his name up. He was just that fast on the shot.
It's excitement. Wrestling's back, you know.
You know, Kanan this year being a junior, and with some seniors, but not as many in the room this year. And he was he's a returning 2-time state qualifier. So, you know, he's going to be one of the leaders in this room. And after being the quarterback on the football team, he was in a leadership position there. So, you know, he's going to want to come in this year, make a statement, start strong for his team.
I will say he's got someone to live up to, too. His father, Justin Decker, wrestled at Upper Iowa. He's the voice of the Peacocks up there. As Decker works a Steiner tilt, he'll get 3 back points out of the deal. 7-1 Warriors.
See, this is the match you wanted to see from Decker if you're Coach Krall and Coach Sorensen over there. Build some points early, build that lead, and the first period isn't even over.
Yeah, if anything, you're looking for a tech fall or a fall. You really can't have a major. You need to really get back in this match. In this duel.
And the first period comes to an end. It is Kanan Decker with the 7-1 lead over Caleb Zook. I think we failed to mention there, Kanan Decker is coming in ranked 11th at the weight class this year in Class 1A.
Decker working that bottom position, trying to get an escape. He will. Maybe reversal here, and he does. 2 reversal.
The reversal for Decker brings the score to 9-1. Tries to get that single leg up. Back down to the mat they go. Decker still riding strong in that top position.
I will say I'm used to, since college wrestling started about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago maybe, I'm used to saying 3. I watched the Cy-Hawk duel. It's like college wrestling, now it's 3 points for a takedown. Here it's 2, so I gotta get back into it, I guess.
There's slowly becoming a couple more differences between high school and college wrestling. So.
This is important. He needs the fall here. Decker working that half Nelson / armbar. He's got to get that other shoulder blade to the mat. Zuck kind of turns into it. He works that arm. And now Decker could finish him off. He's got about a minute to work with. And man, great defense by Zuck to get out of it. Very important for him not to let up a fall here.
Zuck rolls right through it. Decker does have 3 near fall coming.
I don't know why he wasn't.
He's still working the same move, it appears the official is saying.
I'm surprised because he
works back in, trying to get that right shoulder down to the mat.
30 seconds, he's got him worked over. I'm surprised that was not a fall there. As now Decker looks up at the ref. He's going to go back to work.
And they'll roll back over the top. Now trying to bring that left shoulder down as Decker switches sides.
He's got the suck back going, about 10 seconds to work with. He's got to pin him down. Zuck doing a great job. There, he's stuck. And the fall! The Warriors tie it up! Woohoo! That fall coming in 2 minutes a period, right?
As you watch Decker roll over there, he works that shoulder down, getting the pin.
Pin coming in 3 minutes, 56 seconds.
So with that pin from Decker, it ties the duel up 9-9. Each school with a fall and a decision. To 165 we go. Wapsie Valley's Garrett Miller, ranked 9th in Class 1A, takes on Jesup's Max Soley.
This is an important stretch for the Warriors. They need to really hammer down this back half if they want to win the duel. Because in the front half, you got Aiden Bergman and Cooper Hines, both ranked top 3, taking on unranked wrestlers. Soley looking for a headlock.
Soley throws him over.
Wow! Oh, the defense from Miller.
They nearly go out of bounds, but Miller runs back to the center. Gets the lift to throw!
Oh, my God! What did we just see? Holy buckets!
A big throw there for Garrett Miller.
He had him in a front headlock. Gil Miller picks him up, the upper body strength, throws him back first, straight into the mat. Holy cow, what a turn for the Warriors. So Miller leads 2-1, apparently. Okay, they did award him the escape early. There was a little question there. Now, after that flurry of excitement, now we're back to some moderate wrestling, I guess. I mean, Sully is looking for that headlock. He is just waiting for it to show up. Miller's got that left hand or that left wrist taped. I wonder if he's dealing with some kind of hand injury there. As nice high crotch finishes him off. Hey, that is textbook high crotch double. Lift him up, throw him down. That is that. As Miller's going to get 2 near fall. He's looking for more. He's got, I believe, the 3 now. Yeah, he's got 3. He might be for a fall, but as the period will end, Miller leads it 7-1.
All right, let's take you back, folks, to that first throw from Garrett Miller as he throws it over the top. Gets the big lift coming up. Boom! Down to the mat.
Soley looks for that headlock. Garrett Miller undercuts it and just lifts him up. Purely upper body strength.
And we'll watch the second move here real quick from Garrett Miller. That second big throw gets lift, the dump, and 2 more there.
And that's textbook high crotch double, take him down. That's just textbook wrestling right there. As Miller looks to do it again, and he does. Textbook high crotch double 2.
Garrett Miller's just so exciting to watch. He's so aggressive, just really draws everybody in.
He's quick, he's fast, he's strong. He can really do it all. And look, just slams his head in the mat as Miller looking to rack up the points now. He's in major decision territory. He's up by 8, which I believe, yeah, that's major.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, 8 is major, yeah.
Yep, once you reach 8 points, it becomes a major decision.
Apparently I'm a legend in the making and don't know what a major decision is. That's just great.
We're working on him, folks. We're working on him.
As Miller, again, that snap down into a go behind. Miller's just doing what if you want to know what the wrestling rule book is or the wrestling textbook wrestler is, this is Garrett Miller. High crotch, double, snap down to a go behind. Everything that the Pee Wee kids work on. So now Miller working for an armbar. He's got about 40 seconds to get a fall. And man, Sully's stuck. Stuck like a board. Miller the Hammer finishes him off.
In 3 minutes and 25 seconds, Garrett Miller gets the pin over Jesup's Max Soley. Adds 6 more to the board for Wapsie Valley. It is a 15-9 dual lead.
And Brock Kleitsch will come out for the Warriors. And like I said, now Brock Kleitsch is the underdog. He's going up against 6th-ranked Kyle Bucknell. This is an important weight for the Jayhawks to get back in this duel. Kleitsch working for the headlock, but Bucknell able to slip out of it and just take him straight down the mat for 2.
Bucknell is a very athletic individual, was a key member of their football team that had a good run this year, making it to the second round of the playoffs. Also a very strong baseball player. He does come into tonight ranked 6th in Class 1A at 175 pounds. So Brock Kleitsch does have a challenge ahead of him here against Bucknell.
This is exciting. I'm just amped. You know, I'm seeing some live wrestling for the first time in 4 or 5 months since about March.
Yeah, no, February.
So
Kleitsch gets the escape there, making the score now 2-1.
Geez, it's been 9 months since we've seen live wrestling. Holy buckets.
Bucknell gets the throw. Kleitsch down to the mat for 2 on the takedown. Now a 4-1 lead.
If you're Bucknell here, you cannot be thinking about anything else but a fall. Technical or a tech fall, major, decision, none of those matter. Have to get a fall here. As Bucknell trying to work a butcher, but no good as the first period will end. Score 4-1, Bucknell heading into the second.
So to the second period we go. Bucknell gets the choice, defers, and Brock Kleitsch will take the top position to begin the second.
Kleitsch has got to keep him down here. He's putting that right leg in. Looking for maybe a cradle. He can't get too high, and he does, and he'll pay for it.
Bucknell gets the dump, works the back points there.
That'll be 2 back points for Bucknell. He now leads 8-1. Like I said, major, technical, none of it matters. He has to get a fall here. Blake's giving me the weird look. Do you disagree?
Well, you can't say that if you have to get a fall here. You know, as we go down the rest of the line, it's going to be an interesting night, especially we do have that open weight coming up for Wapsie Valley, and Jesup does have a couple ranked wrestlers at those lowest weights. But we'll see how the night plays
you're
out.
You're one ranked wrestler in the back half, and you're down by 6, and you say he doesn't need to get a fall?
Every match matters, Zach. Every point matters.
I know, but still, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Under 1 minute to go in this second period. Kyle Bucknell with the 8-1 lead, and a stall warning is being called on Brock Kleitsch as he gets out on the escape, making the score now 8-2.
Man, I will say, something that every wrestling fan knows is just the stall calls, they're like, if it's not immediate, it's like, oh, geez, Louise. But hey, both these wrestlers are going, and they're going hard. And I really wouldn't be too hectic about it. As Bucknell has got an underhook. See if he tries to go for that other underhook. As Kleitsch attempted a fireman's carry or like a high crotch there. Bucknell trying to work it around. He's got the headlock. Man, he's got him flipped. Kleitsch is on his back. He's got to fight for his life here. And he gets out of it as I believe 2 back points were awarded to Bucknell. It's now 12-2.
A decisive lead right now for Kyle Bucknell with the 12-2 lead as we wind down the second period.
Apparently, Kleitsch took top position in that second period, so now Bucknell will take bottom position here in the third. Try to get a takedown, an escape, and then a takedown, and that might almost be the nail in the coffin for Kleitsch. Kleitsch again working on that top position.
Goes with a couple of cross faces there.
He's looking for kind of that cross-face cradle. I like to say the Cannon Yeager special. Now he continues to look for that cradle. He almost had it locked up. Very close there. But again, Bucknell, he almost caught Kleitsch being a little bit too high in that position. He almost flipped him over.
And that's going to be a stall called on Kleitsch. Second, so that results in a point for Bucknell, now leading 13-2.
I'm a little confused because Leitch has been continuously working for that cradle. I don't get the reasoning, but I guess it's not my choice.
Kleitch does try to roll through there over the top, and Bucknell spins him around for the reversal up 15-2.
So now you're 2 points away from a tech fall. If you're Kleitch, you're working for the major. And now Bucknell's just not really doing anything. And they call Kleitch for this. I don't know why they're not calling Bucknell for it.
I think usually if it ends up being, both guys aren't working too much, you're probably more than likely going to end up getting the bottom guy.
.26 seconds. You're still working here. If you're Kleitcher, you got to work for a major.
Kleitch does get out, gets that escape. 15-3 now the score.
And Bucknell is being a little less situational. And now he's got double unders. A takedown would seal it. Man, this is a...
And the third period clock will run out as Kyle Bucknell picks up the major decision, 15-3 over Brock Kleitch. Making the score now 15 to, should be 13, I believe.
15 to 13, yes. And if you're Bucknell there, man, you had 15 seconds. You did not take a single shot in the last 15 seconds to try to get a technical fall. That could come back to haunt the Jayhawks for sure. And now you have to face Jacob Shore.
Here we go, 190 pounds. It is Wapsie Valley's Jake Shore taking on Jesup's Drew Munson. Shore, quick on the shot, gets those ankles, and 2 on the takedown.
Now he's got the cradle. Oh, he had it. Now Munson will work the escape. Something we have seen from these Warriors, they're very aggressive shot takers tonight. Saw with Decker, he took a shot like 2 seconds into the match. Garrett Miller, the flurry of offense, and now Jake Shore.
Shore working, trying to get that arm ran over.
He's working that arm bar there on the edge of the mat. He's got it. He's got to get that other shoulder blade.
He's got the near fall count.
He's got him stacked.
Flips over the top.
And there's the fall. Jake Shore. 21-13 lead for the Warriors.
In 1 minute and 3 seconds, the pin goes to Jake Shore. That is a nice win for the Warriors senior. Making quick work of that match. And next up, we'll go to 215 pounds. It is Jesup's Skylar Blad, the senior, taking on freshman Grayson Miller.
And Blad immediately goes for a bear hug. Miller almost got the throw. Now Blad's in on a single. Again, Miller is a freshman. Trying to work the position. Blad gets the takedown quick. He's got Miller on his back. Wow, quick fall. 3 seconds. What? That was not 3 seconds.
That's not. I think they had a malfunction over there on the clock.
I'm going to give it about 10 seconds.
So it is 6 points there for the Jayhawks as Bland picks up the pin over Grayson Miller.
And now that makes this a close duel. Now if you're Hilsenbach, you got to get a fall here over O'Connor. And
Wapsie Valley's Derek Hilsenbeck, ranked 12th in Class 1A at heavyweight, takes on Jesup's Jordan O'Connor.
And remember Hilsenbach last year, he was the kind of the underdog of everybody's story. He was a lightweight, or a little bit lighter than heavyweight, I should say. Bumped up to heavyweight about halfway through the year. Now he's got a season to kind of bulk up, and he's back and he's ready.
Hilsenbeck gets awarded the takedown there, the early 2-0 lead for the Warriors senior.
Hilsenbeck working that that left arm. He's trying to get a butcher, and he's got it. He's got to walk around the head there, as you see. Now he's got him worked over his back, and this could be all there is for O'Connor. But man, O'Connor feisty on that bottom position, really working his way out of this. Now he's stuck. From our view, and there's the fall. Derek Hilsenbeck, 57 seconds to fall for the Warriors to put him back up 27-19.
And you saw it right there. Derek Hilsenbeck picks up the pin for a match lead now. Or a meet lead now for Wapsie Valley of 27-19. And we'll wrap back around from the heavyweights to the little guys at 106. For Wapsie Valley, it is sophomore Caden Bolinski. He'll be taking on Jesup's third-ranked Aiden Bergman.
And man, this is an important match for Bolinski. You got number 3 and number 3 back-to-back. This could be a big swing for the Jayhawks to give them the lead if they get 2 falls.
Bergman quickly works around, gets the throw and 2 on the takedown. Action fast and furious here. The escape awarded to Bolinski as they work the hands.
Talked about lightweights. This is what I talked about. Working from the knees. Bergman has an advantage because of the length of the arms and the legs, because he's taller. He's out of bounds. The reason why, that left foot was outside the line. If he had both feet in, that's a clear takedown. But because that left foot was outside the line, out of bounds.
That's where your official's looking for those points of contact there. Something that was a little more defined, I believe it was last year. Bolinski goes in the shot, gets the 2.
Oh, wow, Bergman! He's got the cradle on the edge. Bolinski able to work out. You saw Bolinski had that shin whizzer. Bergman able to work it into a cradle, flip Bolinski right over to his back. 6-3 lead for Bergman. So we said, quick flurry of points here. 6-3, and we're like a minute into the first period.
Bolinski goes, stands up, tries to break free, not quite getting away. He'll try to lock onto the legs of Bergman there as he goes in on the shot.
Bolinski trying to work. He's got that right leg of Bergman. Now he lets go of it. Now Bergman looking for a tilt maybe. He's got him loaded up. He's got that chicken wing.
Bolinski trying to fight against that, getting that wrist out.
So we are now 10 seconds away from the start of the second period.
Bolinski does try to stand up. Can he break the hands? Bergman rolls through.
I don't believe. Oh, he got the 2. Wow, big points there for Bergman. Push it to 8-3.
He just got the 3 count there to get those 2 near fall points. So after one period, it is Aiden Bergman with an 8-3 lead over Caden Bolinski.
Bolinski tries to go for that sit out. Bergman getting control of that wrist right away, limiting him to just being able to kind of sit out, but wasn't able to do the switch, the high switch, and get out. Bergman with that crab ride there, or that claw ride. Tries to lift Bolinski up. He'll let him go. Malinsky right in on a high crotch.
Bergman tries to spin through, gets positioning. Nothing happens. As he goes, gets the throw.
And man, Bergman's got him close to a fall. So he'll get the 3.
Aiden Bergman now with the 13-4 lead on Caden Malinsky as action goes out of bounds.
So you're thinking a 9-point lead here. You got about 45 seconds to work with. There is enough time to work for a tech fall. But if you're Bergman with 4 matches after you, got to be able to get a fall here.
Well, for Caden Malinsky here, this thing, you know you've got that open weight coming up, so you want to try and keep that down, and that's kind of the big thing across, If you've got a lead, can you make it to that next scoring point for the team race, or can you hold it under that point when you're sitting right on that break?
And this is a very important duel for Jesup. They have to win this duel. And the way it looks, there's a very good chance that they do win this duel because of the fact that they're going to have that open weight at 120. So that's a free 6 points. You're thinking this duel's already 25-27.
And the second period ends as Aiden Bergman leads Wapsie Valley's Caden Malinsky 13-4.
So Caden Malinsky will choose the bottom position. Two minutes to go.
Bergman trying to work in position to lock up that cradle. Pulling the left leg. Just furiously trying to go in and get a shot. Shove the head, pull the leg, curl the arm under, trying to see what works.
Yeah, Malinsky's just doing trial by error right now as Bergman's got that ball and chain. So now he's trying to work for maybe either a tilt to get some back points. See, let's go with that. If you're Malinsky, you just got to hang on and hope for a major. It's kind of what he's trying to do. Malinsky's working. So I imagine you're not going to see a stall call for another 10 or so seconds, 15 seconds. Malinsky still working on bottom. Bergman still trying to get a fall maybe. I think you're a little bit too little on time to try to get a tech fall. You're only up by 9.
Malinsky still staying active on the bottom, trying to stand up, trying to break free. Aiden Bergman doing a very good job of keeping him down to the mat.
I think that's something that you're looking for with the stall calls. Malinsky is continuously trying to work up to his base, trying to work to stand up. He's not really giving up position and just kind of laying there.
Yeah, as opposed to some of those upper weights, we have gotten nowhere near a stall call in this match. There is always something happening.
As that will do it. Very important for Caden Malinsky, only lets up a major.
So it is a 13-4 major decision for Aiden Bergman for Jesup. Bringing the score now to 27-23, Warriors leading. On to 113 pounds we go. It will be Wapsie Valley's Sawyer Crawl, the freshman youngest son of Coach Brian Crawl. Actually, no, he will not. It will be Cooper Hines taking the forfeit win for Jesup as they take the dual lead 29-27.
And I'm a little interested to see the idea here. Maybe you're looking at the fact that Kroll can pull up an upset win over Gavin Bell. And you're looking at Hines. He is ranked 3rd. So you're probably thinking maybe if you throw Kroll out there's a chance he gets pinned. And then you let up another 6-point with the forfeit. Very strategic decision here by head coach Brian Kroll. We'll see if it pays off for him. Now, if you're Kroll, you have to win this match. Very important that you get a win here. You cannot let up a full, if anything. And if Sawyer Kroll does let up a fall here, you're putting a lot of trust in Brody Kleitch and Reese Hagenow. Bell working the armbar. He's got Kroll, but Kroll bridging very nicely here. He's got that bridge. Trying to keep those shoulders off the mat.
Kroll here, if he can free one of those shoulders, spin around, and he's in great position for a reversal. He just has to
and
get
there
one
he
of those
goes.
Free.
But no!
Tries to roll through. He's got to work that left shoulder free.
There it is! A big win for Gavin Bell. And that could put the Warriors out of it.
And Gavin Bell gets the pin in 1 minute and 12 seconds.
13. There you go.
1 minute and 12 seconds, the pin for Gavin Bell of Jesup as the Jayhawks now leading the duel 35-27.
And now for the Warriors, it is possible that you see a comeback win for the Warriors, but man, is it unlikely. They need a fall and then a major if they want to get a win here. Otherwise, it goes to criteria. But for Landon Frost, you have to get a pin here. Like, it has to happen. And by the way, not Brody Kleitch, it is Landon Frost.
Coach is throwing a curveball on us there, trying to get everything all resituated here.
Wow, Landon Frost with the fall. That is big for the Warriors. Now it is 35-33. Winner of this match wins the duel. How about it? First night back in action. Man, comes down to the last match, and it's going to be Brody Kleitch taking the mat for the Warriors.
All right, let's see how this one ends. Winner of the match wins the duel. For Jesup, it will be Ethan Kroll. For Wapsie Valley, it is Brody Kleitch.
Hey, Blake, where did that pin come in the last match, you know?
I missed the time there.
I did not see it either, so. Man, are we amped? I am. Oh, geez. The nerves are palpable in here. It's Frost, do you see? Not Frost, Kleitch. Very strategic with that one leg. Trying to work from his knees as he might get a takedown. They're going to call him out of bounds. Probably just they were too far off the mat to maintain points of contact. As you see Kroll there, Ethan Kroll was working the front of the face. If you kind of hit him in the eye, hit him in that front face and the nose, that's illegal. So you have to be able to be careful there with kind of stuff in the face. You could stuff the top of the head, But you cannot stuff the face where the eyes, nose, that kind of area is. Is Kleitsch working on a double leg here. But Kroll playing some good defense. And now Kroll looks like he has the upper hand. It's not 2 because Kleitsch has that leg. If Kleitsch ever lets go of that leg, then it is 2. It's not 2 yet because he has that leg. Now it's 2 because he let go of the leg. 50 seconds left here in the first. Very important match for the Warriors. Very important match for the Jayhawks. Winner takes all the marbles in the center. This is some strategic play here. Kroll puts the legs in. He's trying to work, trying to get Kleitsch out of it.
Looks like we're having some malfunctioning with the scoreboard.
I'm interested for the time here. This needs to stop. They do.
The track wrestling computer over there that they're running both the score and displaying the time on one of the screens here at the gym. They appear to have had some issues over there where the clock had stopped at around 40-some seconds, about 43 seconds, I believe it was, and we're having trouble adding that takedown, and somehow the clock jumped to 1:57.
Now I'm interested to see if they're going to go back to 43 or if they're going to take like a 10-second run off or something and put it back down at kind of what that runoff time was, which could have been around that 30-second mark. Yeah, it's 20 seconds now here left in the first. Something new, there's new technology here. We're going to the TV screens as the scoreboard instead of using the actual scoreboard here in the gym. Something new. Maybe trying to work the kinks out for Saturday's Chris Davis Invitational. So Kroll going with the diamond. I keep forgetting what to call this. Optional let off. I don't know. It's like a cutaway thing, but doesn't take advantage of it. It's 10 seconds left here in the first. Kleitsch trying to work his way up.
So after one period, it is Easton Kroll with the 2-0 lead over Brody Kleitsch.
So Kleitsch is going to take the top position. Aggressive, if I do say so myself. You don't see a lot of wrestlers take the top position unless they're very comfortable up there. Which, if Kleitsch wants any chance, he's got to be able to get some back points or maybe even work a fall. She's working him down right away. I'm wondering to see how this is really going to work. Kleitsch can work some back points or a fall. I will say, as a Wapsie wrestling fan myself, I am a little bit nervous.
Kleitsch working in that top position, trying to get around there. Goes for the ball and chain move.
He's trying to load him up. There we go. First stalling call on Kroll. Like we say, you're in that position where you really aren't doing much. Kroll trying to work. He's now got that.
The top position.
Almost had that tilt. And now, Kroll's really not. There he goes. Now he's doing something.
Kleitsch does keep the leg. And Kroll gets away on the escape. Now up 3-0.
Kleitsch needs a takedown here in the second period. Because you got to remember, Kroll has the choice in the third. So Kleitsch needs a takedown. But instead, he might be put on his back. And there you go. There's 2 for Kroll. Is he going to finish off Kleitsch? He does! The Jayhawks pull up an upset victory! The Warriors! Whew. Man, the first duel of the season goes to the Jayhawks. They pull up the upset victory. 41-33 the final. And man, the Jayhawks did not see this coming for sure.
So you see it there. Jesup pulls out the victory in the duel tonight. Final score 41-33. All right, Zach. So what were your thoughts on that duel line? Obviously, it was a very tight, very intense, nervous duel throughout the way. You know, first one of the season getting off, but a very competitive one. It is Jesup that comes away with the victory. What were your thoughts?
I'm going to start with the coaching decisions here. I'm not here to criticize, and I'm not going to criticize. But if you look at what the decision Brian Krall made, he took a risk to leave Cooper Hines, give him the forfeit win, which, looking at it, was probably a good decision. You're probably risking a fall facing the number 3 ranked wrestler in the state right now. That is a very good decision by him to leave that weight open. But it kind of came back to bite him there as he moved up a few guys towards the later half and ended up not really working out as Kleitch ended up getting pinned in that last match. And for Jesup's side of things, I almost thought the major there from Bucknell would come back to bite him because he didn't go for that takedown when he had about a good 20 seconds to get it to hopefully get the technical fall. Obviously, it really didn't come to fruition because the Jayhawks won by 8. But if you're Wapsie Valley, you've got to shake this one off. You got to go into the duel with Mac Valley, pick up a win there. For Jesup, you have to get a win against Mac Valley right now to cement yourselves as one of the top dual teams in Class 1A.
All right, so as we take a look at our RTC Communications recap, it was Jesup victorious in the duel, 41-33 the score. The results recap, indecisions, each team, both the Jayhawks and the Warriors, pulled off one decision. Jesup picked up 2 major decisions to the Warriors 0. In falls, it was Wapsie Valley edging 5-4, and that one forfeit did come into play. Jesup picks it up. All wrapping up in the 41-33 final duel score. Zach, you want to give us a rundown of the matches?
So we started, I have it right here, Blake. Chill. Jeez Louise. Guys, pointing my computer doesn't even work. Alrighty. We started at 138 with Trevin Delagardelle picking up a 7-3 win. And then we moved on to 144 where Dawson Bell picked up a fall. 150, Easton Krall picked up a 6-2 decision. 157, Kanan Decker, the 11th ranked Wapsie Warrior, picks up a fall. 165, the 9th ranked Garrett Miller picks up a fall. 175, the 6th ranked Kyle Bucknell picks up a 15-3 major. 190, Jacob Shore picks up a fall. 215, Skylar Blad picks up a fall. And 285, Derek Hilson back with a fall. As we flip the weights over, our score was 27-19, the Warriors leading. Picked up at 106, Belinsky versus Bergman. Bergman getting a 13-4 major decision. Cooper Hines at 133 with a forfeit win. 120, a fall for Bell. At 126, a fall for Frost. And in the final match, the match to decide it all, Ethan Krall picks up a fall, leading to a Jesup Jayhawk 41-33 win.
And that will end our first duel of the night, Wapsie Valley and Jesup, with the Jayhawks victorious 41-33. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back for our second duel of the night. It'll be the Jayhawks taking on the Maquoketa Valley Wildcats. Stay tuned, wrestling fans. All right, folks, we are back and nearing ready for our second duel of the night as the Jesup Jayhawks take on the Maquoketa Valley Wildcats.
Something from Maquoketa Valley, they got 5 open weights here tonight. That could really come back to haunt them.
Our duel start off at 144 pounds. And Jesup will take a forfeit at the weight.
Really? Dang.
That's what our announcer called out. Yep, at 144 pounds, Dawson Bell picks up the forfeit win for the early 6-0 lead. So we'll go to 157.
If you're wondering why I'm questioning that is because Maquoketa Valley has a wrestler listed there. Was not thinking that. So, Dawson Bell picks up a forfeit win.
So it'll be Jesup's Caden Lang and Maquoketa Valley's Kyle Engelken wrestling at 157. Try to get those wrestlers' names on the screen for you.
Early shot there from Lang. He's got that single leg. Crippen doing a nice job to get out of it. Or sorry, that is not Crippen.
It's Kyle Engelken.
Engelken, there's Lang on another shot, and this time he might finish it off. Engelken doing a nice job with that whizzer. They'll go out of bounds. Lang seems to be in control to start the match for sure. He's been more aggressive on offense. Engelken trying to play defense.
Second advance. Our scoreboard apparently doesn't like me right now.
Engelken, he might have a takedown. Man, he had him. He had Lang on his back. But now he got a little too high in the position, and Lang still had a leg. Now they're going to give Engelken the 2. Surprised. And now Lang's got the 2 reversal. And he could be working for back points. He's got him almost over. Now he does. Now we got back points. Could be working towards a fall. Engelken trying desperately to stay off his back. And Lang will have 3, so it's 5-3 incoming. And now it's 5-5. A reversal from Engelken. And as the first period will end, I'm wondering why it's 5-4. A little confused. I don't know. I'm wrong. Jeez Louise. So Engelken will take the bottom position, Lang on top. Engelken goes for a Granby roll. Lang trying to work that top position. He's trying to get a tilt. He's almost has a tilt. And now he does. But he's got to get back points. Man, he had a tilt there. Minute 30 left, and now Engelken will get the escape to tie it up 5-5. Important match here for the Wildcats. They need a win. Apparently now you have 6 open weights in this duel with Wright not being able to wrestle. Both wrestlers working that neutral position, fighting for hand position. Head position is a big thing in wrestling. Got to be able to move your opponent around, and using your head is a big thing in wrestling. You're trying to get that head position. Wherever a person's head will go is where their body will follow. There's a nice level change and a clear shot by Lang. But even better defense by Engelken, as now he gets to go behind for 2.
So Kyle Engelken with the 7-5 lead on Jesup's Caden Lang. 20 seconds to go in the second period.
Ten seconds left. Engelken leading 7-5. And that is how the period will end as we head to the third. Engelken up 7-5. I believe, I did not see the call, but I believe Engelken shows neutral. Aggressive decision. If it's Lang, it's a theoretical decision. If it's Engelken, it's a very aggressive decision. As Lang goes for a headlock, Engelken shucks him by, takes him down for 2.
So a 9-5 lead for Maquoketa Valley's Kyle Engelken over Jesup's Caden Lang. 30 seconds into the third period.
Engelken's got that arm bar. He's got that chicken wing. Something we see a lot with these wrestlers. They get the arm bar, and then they just don't grab the far wrist. And you're not really going to get anywhere because they could just plant that far wrist down on the mat, and he ain't going to be able to kind of do much. So Engelken trying to put the legs in. I believe he's got one. Yeah, now he gets both. And he's really flattened Lang out here with about a minute to go here in the third. And now we have a stalling by Engelken. And man, Lang gets the reversal. It's 5-7. And now he's working on back points. And we have 1 point Engelken, intentionally dangerous. He went for that double half Nelson, or the full Nelson, I should say. And that's going to be 1 point every time. So now this goes from a 2-point match to a 3-point match. And now now we got a caution on Lang. Lang a little too high there on that left arm. Teach you to kind of grab that crease in the elbow. 30 seconds left. Yeah. Lang has got to get some back points. We have 13 seconds left in this match. Wow. Costly caution there for Lang. Did not show the optional start. Now he will do the optional start. Something in wrestling, you got to be able to, you got to show the ref your own optional start before you actually do it. Otherwise, it's a caution.
Lang working through, tries to get the roll. And that'll end the match. It is Kyle Engelken with a 10-7 decision. Mac Valley gets 3 points on the board. Next, we'll go to 157 pounds. And it looks like Maquoketa Valley will indeed be open at the weight.
Actually, I doubt it, Blake. Oh, wow.
Curveballs left and right. They are saying, we're going to prove this guy wrong up there. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
They bump up Crippen to wrestle Caleb Zuck at the weight. Both working on sheets here, trying to fix names and get stuff written down. I have my written score sheet here to hopefully give post-duel reviews, but I have to be able to track every match. So all these changes are not helping. Some heavy hand fighting here from these 57-pounders. Have not really seen this heavy of hand fighting tonight from any match so far. Wow.
Zuck working around. No control yet.
He almost had that ankle there. Now Crippen's going to flip him around. He's going to get the two.
Crippen pulled that leg in, dropped him to the ground, and got the takedown.
As they go out of bounds, we'll come back to the center.
Tyrese Crippen leading 2-0 in the match. 33 seconds to go in the first period. This at 157 pounds.
Immediately goes for that cross wrist there. Zuck tried to grab a wrist, and now Crippen's gonna work for a cradle. Attempted cradle, but really no threat. Crippen working hard in that top position, trying to flatten out Zuck. 3 seconds left in the first, and that will be how the first period ends. So we head to the second. 2-0 Tyrese Crippen over Caleb Zuck.
We apologize, Jayhawk fans. Zuck, I think we're a little off here. We forgot to ask the coaches prior to the match.
I don't know. I've heard majority Zuck, but I've also heard Zuck as well, so I really don't know.
I'm going to go ahead and say Zuck, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I apologize, though. As an announcer, I should be better at this.
You've been doing this a lot longer than I have.
Crippen working around.
Ow! Oh, no!
Out of bounds is the call.
What a head throw there by Tyrese Crippen. And even though he had it going for him, he really couldn't plant him. And he had that one foot in, but he couldn't get that other foot in to get the two and start getting the back points. Otherwise, he had Zuck dead to rights. There's a high cross shot. Single leg dump off. Zuck tries to turn him around, but Crippen gets the two. Something about wrestling that a lot of people love is just the flurries of fast, exciting movements and fast, exciting wrestling moves. Most of the time, it's kind of feeling your wrestler out. But once you get those flurries of just fast, exciting fireworks, if you will, it can be a very fun time to not only be a fan, but also an announcer.
Crippen keep working, trying to stuff that arm under, trying to get a favorable hold going. Zuck doing a good job getting that arm out each time, fighting off the shot.
Something that Zuck has done so far has been able to stay off his stomach, as you know, announcer's jinx. He goes right to his stomach. But something that he's been doing good so far in this match is being able to stay off his stomach or staying in his base and working up. Hasn't really been down on his stomach a whole lot tonight. And now we have another stall call on Zook, or sorry, his first. As that will be how the second period ends. So I don't know if this really felt like a 4-0 match, but it's a 4-0 match as we head to the third period. Tyrese Crippen up 4-0 over Caleb Zook.
Zook with the option. He will choose neutral to begin the third.
There's a shot by Zook. And a attempted cow catcher there by Crippen. And now he does get the cow catcher. And he's got him. Oh, he had him flat for about a second.
He'll circle around instead for the easy takedown and a 6-0 lead.
Something Maquoketa Valley has done so far is being able to bump up guys at different weights and be able to kind of mess around with how this weight structure works to limit those open weights.
Well, the interesting scenario here at this spot in the order for Maquoketa Valley, in their listed lineup, they had 3 guys listed at 150, a listed open at 157, but 2 guys listed at 165. So it's interesting to see where they're kind of bumping guys up and down. And obviously, you know, what coaches send in say is the lineup. It's never the lineup. Something changes.
Something always changes. And something that I've seen from Maquoketa Valley is a little bit of a, this is going to be a little bit worse when we head to those front weights because you aren't going to have the flexibility to bump up guys at 106 or 113.
And we have a 1 point there for Crippen.
Because now Crippen's going to get a stall call here. Very important for him because now with another stall call, Zook is going to get some points. And as we've seen before, these stall calls can pile up quickly. So 20 seconds left here in this match here. Crippen has all but locked it up. So it will be a 6-6 match heading into 165. As now we have another stall call, so it'll be 7-1. Crippen just not working in that top position. So 9 seconds left.
Tyrese Crippen, it looks like will seal the deal here for a 7-1 decision over Jesup's Caleb Zook at 157 pounds. At 3 points, will tie the match up 6-6. We're on to 165 pounds we go. Believe we'll see Max Soley for Jesup and wait to see if
Clayton Davis.
Clayton Davis.
I heard the reason why I know
Clayton Davis.
Dalton Africa just wrestled a match on the JV mat.
So it is Clayton Davis for Maquoketa Valley.
A little bit of trouble there at the scorer's table, but we got it figured out. As it will be Max Soley versus Clayton Davis.
We'll give him a little bit of leeway. It's first night out. Got to get back into the groove of things. Working
just like us, huh?
Track wrestling, it's a great thing when it's working. There's, so much you get your score, your time, your stats, all that. High school wrestling without track wrestling, I can't imagine what it would be.
Oh, it would be so bad. Track wrestling is such a good thing for us to keep track of scores, duels, stuff like that. It also helps with scoreboard, as we see, but without it, we're not as far as we currently are. Oh, a head pinch from Davis. But instead, he'll get the 2.
After a bit of a crazy roll through there, he will get credit for the takedown. didn't entirely know which way that was going to go when that roll started. Davis riding high there up on the upper torso. Rolls down, back through, both wrestlers to their feet.
And now Davis has got back points. He may have a fall, and he does! The Wildcat picks up a big fall to give the Wildcats a 12-6 lead.
Clayton Davis picking up that fall over Jesup's Max Soley in 1 minute and 10 seconds. Maquoketa Valley takes the dual lead, 12-6.
So now it is Mason Jolly, or Jolie,
Jolly. Mason
Jolly?
Jolly for Maquoketa Valley taking on Jesup, 6th-ranked Kyle Bucknell at 175.
Bucknell, a quick worker. Got the 2 already.
Now we saw Bucknell how aggressive and fast he was in his first match of the night against Brock Kleitsch. Let's see where he's able to do here against Mason Jolly.
Bucknell trying to work for that arm bar. Now he's going to hop out off to the side. Try to get that wrist. So you can see the coaches over there for Jesup trying to tell Bucknell what to do to try to get that arm across the back there. And finally he does. Now he's got to be careful. If he gets it too high, he's in a little bit of trouble.
Trying to avoid that potentially dangerous situation there, cranking that arm. They'll roll through, and he gets the near fall count started, trying to force the shoulders down. He'll have his near fall points if he's not able to get the fall here.
So he'll get 3. 5-0 lead for Bucknell. About 10 seconds left here in the first. Bucknell working that top position. Now, I believe Bucknell will have the choice here in the second. And I guess he will not. If you're Jolly, you cannot choose the bottom position. You know, I would have liked to see Bucknell take the top position here, try to work himself a fall, because you're clearly in control of the match. As he'll get a switch and get the 2 reversal. Like I said, Bucknell's in control of this match. Now he just needs to work for a fall, but he's going to let him up, try to work for a tech, I guess. Trying to go for a front headlock, or sorry, a head throw. But instead, he'll just work him down for the 2 takedown.
Sorry there, folks. Had the score backwards for a second. Looks like not. Now have Kyle Bucknell with an 8-0 lead on Mason Jolly.
Jolly and trying to go for a shot. Now Bucknell with the throw. And that could be all she wrote for Jolly. Bucknell working hard to try to get that other shoulder down. And he gets a ball. Kyle Bucknell ties this thing up. Jeez, the voice crack.
Shoulders flat to the mat in 3 minutes and 1 second. Kyle Bucknell gets the pin over Maquoketa Valley's Mason Jolly, tying this duel back up 12-12. On to 190 pounds will go.
So now we get to see the #1 ranked wrestler in Class 1A at 190 pounds, Nathan Bites. I'm excited to see this. We've seen a few #1 ranked wrestlers walk into this gymnasium here. We saw Maximus Magana last year when Wapsie took on Columbus Catholic.
I've been lucky to see some pretty good wrestlers, both from Wapsie Valley and from many of their opponents. Nathan Bites coming in ranked first at 190 pounds in Class 1A. You may have heard his name called a few times this football season when Wapsie Valley played Maquoketa Valley. Bites was a pretty strong force on the defensive side, picking up a number of tackles. And action goes out of bounds. 0-0 the score between Nathan Bites and Drew Munson.
If you're Munson here, you just got to forget the fact that you're wrestling the #1 ranked wrestler, and obviously he's done that to start this match. Played some really good defense here. As now Bites is in on a single, he's gonna finish that off almost every time. 2-0 lead for Bites.
He gets the takedown, looking to cut, and there's the escape point for Munson. Score now 2-1. As Bites tries to line up another shot, gets the pole. Works around for 2 more. Cuts yet again. Score now 4-2. Bites leading Munson.
Bites works that Russian tie into a takedown. So he'll let him up, and he'll get another takedown as the period ends. So as this period will end, it'll be 8-3 Bites heading into the second.
I think the official determined there was a second left on the clock, just enough to blow the whistle and blow again for the stop.
So
that
Bites
officially ends the first period with Nathan Bites leading 8-3.
So Bites will take the bottom position here to start the second. Trying to work a switch. Munson will let him go. Now if you're Munson, you're already in survival mode. You got to take a flurry of shots here. Bites finishes up on that single leg, gets the 2. Bites working that butcher. Putting the head in the side. I mean, this is textbook. Half Nelson, pick up the leg. And that is all she wrote for Drew Munson. The Wildcat picks up a pinfall win, and the Wildcats take an 18-12 lead.
That win coming for Nathan Bites in 2 minutes and 51 seconds over Drew Munson of Jesup. 6 more points on the board for Maquoketa Valley. They retake the lead 18-12.
So now we're probably going to see Brady Davis trot out for the Wildcats here to face off against Skylar Blad.
It's an interesting situation here where Maquoketa Valley, at least in their program lineup, Brady Davis coming in ranked preseason on IA Wrestle at 215, but in the lineup listed tonight at 285 pounds.
Wow, I did not know that.
We'll see who takes to the mat here. It is Ivan Otto.
Wow. I'm wondering
Skylar
if
Blade, my apologies, Jayhawk fans.
I'm wondering if Davis maybe had like a weight problem. We've seen that a lot in wrestling. Wrestlers, guys just not being able to make weight. As Blad here is working a quick fall in about 17 seconds.
A very quick fall for the Jayhawks. Skylar Blade. A 17-second fall for the Jayhawk senior.
Ties this thing up at 18.
A constant back and forth. Jesup picks up a lead. Maquoketa Valley tied it up. Maquoketa Valley took the lead. Jesup brought it back. Maquoketa Valley, Jesup. It's back and forth. But isn't that what you want from wrestling?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. We come here to watch closely contested duels. We come here to watch exciting matches as they're going to give up a forfeit at 285.
Aiden Salo coming in ranked third at heavyweight, 285 pounds, gets the forfeit victory for the Wildcats.
So it will be 24-18, Maquoketa Valley heading into the lightweights, but it's about to be 24-24 and 30-24.
And Aiden Bergman will take the forfeit win for Jesup at 106, making the score tied up again, 24-24. And looks like Jesup will likely pick up another forfeit win at 113. And it is indeed Cooper Hines taking the forfeit win for the Jayhawks at 113. Those back-to-back open weights for the Wildcats coming into play.
It looks like Gavin Bell's also going to receive a forfeit, and they might bump up their 120-pounder to wrestle 132.
And Gavin Bell does indeed take the forfeit win for the Jayhawks at 120. So the score now 36-24 for the Jayhawks.
And this is where not having a full roster really comes back to bite you. We saw it come back to bite the Warriors in their duel against Jesup. We saw it come back to bite them in this duel against Jesup as well for Maquoketa Valley. And now it looks like Jesup's going to get another forfeit win.
We'll see if the Wildcats do send anyone to the table.
They might receive 2 more forfeits here.
At the moment, anyway, it appears that Ethan Krall will be uncontested.
Looks to be that way as Maquoketa Valley is holding off. As Baller will receive a forfeit victory.
126 there, Baller takes the forfeit win.
Also looks like Ethan Krall will receive a forfeit as well.
There's Ethan Krall does take that forfeit win at 132.
It also looks like that this duel's going to end with a forfeit.
And Delagardelle is the victor by forfeit. And that wraps up our duel between the Jayhawks and the Wildcats. It is Jesup victorious 54-24 as the Jayhawks go 2-0 in duels on the night. A decisive duel victory over Maquoketa Valley and a tightly contested late victory over Wapsie Valley.
I will say, throughout this duel, we've seen, I think this was a big night for Jesup coming into a season. They're a ranked Class 1A dual team. They picked up a very big win over Wapsie Valley, and then they picked up a win over Maquoketa Valley. 2 big wins for the Jayhawks as they will head home for the night, looking at themselves as the best out of the 3 teams here. We got to do a little JV.
We'll pan our way over to the remaining action of the night, the JV matches across the way. Actually, as we try to pan out here, we'll be running JV matches on both mats. Try to get those lined up for you. Zach, if you want to pull up the old track wrestling, get us some names.
Blake, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think I have this for Wapsie or for Jesup Maquoketa. Maybe I do. We'll see. I do. Let's go. Teams. Can I find names? Okay. I believe over there we do have Brandon Ronnebaum. Taking on Andrew Delvin. And then on your right side of the screen, we have Dalton Africa taking on
Tice Larson for Jesup. Over on mat 1 on your right side of the screen, it is Dalton Africa with a 2-0 lead over Tice Larson. 18 seconds to go in that first period. Across the way on the left on mat 2, the Carson McGrain mat, Ronnebaum with the 2-0 lead.
Ronnebaum looking for back points. He'll pick up 3 of them. I will see, Blake, as we look forward into Saturday, we got the Chris Davis Invitational here at Wapsie Valley. You know what teams are taking part in that?
I'll have to check on that one. I know there are several schools in that one. Give me just a second. I'll have that pulled up for you.
I guess while we take a quick break here, looking into this next duel, Wapsie versus Maquoketa Valley, obviously the open weight is going to be a little bit of an issue for Maquoketa Valley, but in the matches that they do wrestle, they need to win. They almost have to win all of them by fall to even have a chance at winning this duel, which I will say most likely is probably not going to happen. I've seen crazier things, though. But Maquoketa Valley, you're just trying to get guys minutes on the mat and kind of prep for this long season ahead. Blake, you got them pulled up?
I do have them pulled up. On the varsity side, we will have HLV, Nashua Plainfield, Olwine, Riceville, Rockford, South Winneshiek, Tripola, your Wapsie Valley Warriors, Newman Catholic, Waukon, and West Fork on the varsity side. And also on the JV side will be Columbus Catholic, Denver, Hudson, New Hampton, Turkey Valley, and Waverly Shell Rock. All that action starting early Saturday morning. We will not be bringing you that live stream. So that is a long day of wrestling for us to be sitting up here. You can log on to Track Wrestling if you have a subscription. Can watch all of the matches there, or come on out. Enjoy a Saturday of wrestling. It's a great tournament, lots of matches, some good competitors. Come on out on Saturday if you're free and take in some wrestling action at the Chris Davis Invitational.
And then watch the Hawkeyes on Sunday. It's perfect, you know?
Turn our focus over to mat number 2 here, the Carson McGree mat. Looks like we're closing in on the end of our JV matches.
This looks to be the last JV match we will have in this duel.
Fans, are you enjoying watching live Warrior sports and events from the comforts of home for free? Consider a donation to Wapsie Valley's Venmo to keep the streams going and at no cost to fans. Look for the link in the video description below. At the end of the second period, Maquoketa Valley's Braden Ronnebaum with a 10-0 lead over Jesup's Andrew Devlin. Thank you, Vicky Truegg. Just seeing your comment now. Zook. Our apologies to the Zook family. And to Caleb Zook. Just in time for us to see that after he's done wrestling. Again, our apologies. We'll try to get him right as best we can. And that's going to end the duel tonight between the Jayhawks and the Wildcats. And now let's take a look at our RTC Communications dual recap. RTC is here to provide high-quality, superior service to you, the customer, by offering great customer service and the services you want and need to work and stay connected with family and friends. Reach out to them at 319-279-3375 or email manager@reedlandtelco.com. That's manager at reedlandtelco.com. In our recap, the final score of the duel, the varsity side between the Jayhawks and the Wildcats, Jesup came away victorious 54-24. Maquoketa Valley picked up 2 decisions, neither with a major decision, and the Jayhawks were able to pick up 2 falls to Maquoketa Valley's 2 falls. But the biggest thing in that duel was the forfeits. with Jesup picking up 7 forfeits to Maquoketa Valley's 1. And Zach, would you want to give us a rundown of the matches and the results?
So we started at 144 pounds with Dawson Bell picking up a forfeit. Then Kyle Engelken, Maquoketa Valley picked up a decision 10-7. Tyrese Crippen picked up a decision 7-1. Clayton Davis a fall in 1 minute and 10 seconds. Kyle Bucknell with a fall of 3 minutes and 1 second. Nathan Bites a fall 2 minutes 51 seconds. Skylar Blatt a fall 17 seconds. And then at 285, Aiden Salo picked up a forfeit victory. Then flipping over to 106, forfeits from there on out. Aiden Bergman, Cooper Hines, Gavin Bell, Joe Baller, and Ethan Kroll, and Trevin Delagardelle all pick up forfeit wins, leading to a 54-24 final duel score in favor of the Jayhawks.
And that's how the duel went down between the Jayhawks and the Wildcats. Fans, stick around. We will be back after a short break one final time as your Wapsie Valley Warriors wrap up the night, taking on the Maquoketa Valley Wildcats. Stay tuned, wrestling fans.
Alrighty, welcome back into Wapsie Valley High School for tonight's main event. The Warriors take on the Wildcats, and while we were in the break, Blake and I are just sitting here drinking our water. He's got a Pepsi over there, but we lost an official. He went missing. He's back now, but he was missing before, and Chad Van Dil, our wonderful PA announcer, had to make the call and say, hey, if you've seen an official anywhere, please send him back to the main gym. He might have gotten lost in the halls. I don't know. But, hey, he's back now. We're back and rolling. We're going to start this thing at 150. So it'll be Tyrese Crippen versus Easton Crawl. The Wildcats are going to do the same thing they did earlier. They're going to bump up Kyle Engelken.
There's just so many crawls tonight. It's hard to keep track of them all.
Easton, Ethan, Sawyer. Like we said, Crawl, very technical wrestler. So he takes a shot there, and he's going to finish her off for two.
It is Wapsie Valley's Easton Crawl taking on Maquoketa Valley's Kyle Engelken.
Crawl working for a tilt. Crawl still working that top position.
Approaching 1 minute to go in the first period. Easton, I did it too. Easton Crawl with the 2-0 lead on Maquoketa Valley's Kyle Engelken as he works the tilt, getting the near fall count.
Armbar there is tight.
He's got his 3 near fall, trying to work for more, trying to get that shoulder down to the mat as Engelken arches, just trying to stay alive.
He's got about 30 seconds to work with. He's close. Very close. Shades of Lisbon in the air. But this time, Crawl can't finish it off. But he does get the 3 near fall to make it a 5-0 lead. And now he's got the arm bar again. This one's even tighter. Shades of Lisbon in the air as Easton Crawl picks up the fall.
With 1 second left in that first period, Easton Crawl, I almost did it. Easton Crawl gets the pin in 1 minute 59 seconds of Maquoketa Valley's Kyle Engelken. Wapsie Valley takes the early 6-0 lead in the duel. On to 157 we go.
Now it's Crippen versus Decker. Decker working fast. He's got a cow catcher. This could be quick. And that is tight. You can see the face of Crippen go red. Man. As Decker will step it over. Oh my, how is Crippen surviving? Decker's almost got him, and he does. Decker picks up the fall.
That fall coming in just 33 seconds. For Wapsie Valley's 11th ranked Kanan Decker adds 6 more to the board for the Warriors. It's 12-0 Wapsie Valley as we head to 165.
So now it'll be Garrett Miller against most likely Clayton Davis.
That's our early guess based on the fact that Davis did wrestle at the weight.
And it will be Davis.
Yep, Clayton Davis for the Wildcats, taking on the Warriors' Garrett Miller. Garrett Miller comes to this one ranked 9th in Class 1A at 165.
Miller, powerful head snap there. Davis able to hold on with that head tie that he has.
Both wrestlers furiously trying to get position at the head.
Davis with a shuck by. Now Miller with a quick shot.
Goes
Picks
double.
him up. Almost very electric.
I think we saw a couple of those earlier in the day for Garrett Miller.
Powerful sprawl there from Davis. Not letting Miller get to the legs.
Some solid defense. 1 minute in, no score on the board between Garrett Miller and Clayton Davis.
They'll clear out. Miller, a quick wrestler, but Davis been able to hold on to him, try to limit that speed.
Davis does have a little bit of height and a little bit of reach on Miller, making things a little bit tougher.
He had double overs. Miller had double unders. Nice high crotch. Tries to lift him up. Good crossface defense there from Davis. Now Miller's got double unders. They clear out. 10 seconds left here in the first.
Back to the center they go, trying to reset themselves. Just a few seconds left here. And the first period ends scoreless between Garrett Miller and Clayton Davis as we head to the second period.
Miller on bottom. Sit out there for Miller. Davis trying to kind of suck him back. I will say something, Blake. Them nachos been able to last you a while.
Been doing a lot of talking over here. A lot of computer work.
Miller still trying to work his way up. Davis just trying to wear him out. Now Miller's to his feet, and he goes back down to his knees. Davis trying to get a cradle. And now he's got it locked. He sits him back. My goodness, we could be seeing an upset.
He did get the 3 count on the near fall. 2 points await him. And Davis gets 2 near fall points as we go under 1 minute to go in the second period.
Scary situation if you're Garrett Miller. Now he slips him through!
Can he free the head? He does. He gets the reversal, tying it up 2-2.
Big reversal there from Miller. He's got to keep him down, though. Remember, Davis has the decision in the third. He can pick down, go up by 2. Miller still has that body lock. And they break it. And there's the 1 point for Davis. Davis got to be on the attack. Miller's tired. Miller's energy slowly draining as this second period ends.
Goes for the lift.
2!
Gets the dump.
Count it! With 1 second left here in the second, count the 2. It's 4-3 Miller.
As we catch the replay of that dump from Miller. Goes under, gets a lift, dumps him off to the right side. And 2 before the period ends to take a 4-3 lead.
Now Miller's got to have a hard ride here. And he does. He's working on it.
Davis trying to escape.
Miller's got double underhooks. They'll
The
clear
official
out.
will award the escape. It's tied up 4-4.
He said something. Miller's energy is slowing.
Miller goes in on that left ankle.
A good re-attack there from Miller. The shot there from Davis, the sprawl, the go behind, the re-attack there from Miller gets the 2.
And Miller lets him out. 6-5 now. Miller with a 1-point lead over Clayton Davis.
If you're Davis, you got to keep moving. You know Miller's going to get tired, so you got to be able to keep moving. High crotch. Is there any strength left? Yes, there is! Miller fending that 9th ranked ranking. He was in a little bit of a upset alert early, but has rebounded strong. About 30 seconds left. He's got to go. 8-6. A 2 would tie it. Miller, the takedown would most likely seal it. Wow!
Keeps fighting it off. Just able to kick those legs out.
It looked like Davis had him. He had the takedown right there. But Miller, the athleticism, able to shoot the legs back, get to that sprawl position, then go behind for 2. And Miller wins the match.
Garrett Miller, he just got those legs kicked out in time. And Davis at the end just gassed. No energy left to defend the circle around by Miller, as Garrett Miller is victorious by decision 10-6. On to 175 we go for the Wildcats. It is Mason Jolly. For the Warriors, Brock Kleitsch. Brock Kleitsch goes in the double at the hips. And a quick 2 for the Warriors senior. He locks up that cradle. Rolls him to his back. That near fall count started. He pulls that knee and arm closer together. Lifts the hips. Pin for Brock Kleitsch. In 25 seconds, Brock Kleitsch gets the fall over Mason Jolly. Adds 6 more to the Warriors score, 21-0. Next up, we go to 190 pounds. It is Wapsie Valley's Jake Shore. He'll be taking on Maquoketa Valley's #1 ranked Nathan Bites.
Big match here for sure.
Both Warriors 1-0 on the night. They picked up wins over Drew Munson. Took Jake Shore almost no time at all in getting that pin. Bites did have to work a little bit, but got the pin nonetheless.
And now you're looking at 2 guys, tall, lanky, strong. Big upper body strength here. You can almost see this as like a Greco-Roman match. Nobody's really taken any shots yet. Something I've noticed from Bites so far as Shore takes a shot. He's a very technical wrestler. He's kind of like Easton Crawl. He's going to be very methodical with his ways. He's going to wait till there's a good shot. As Shore
goes for the double. Bites is able to roll over the top. Shore tries to lock onto that ankle. No positioning yet. And they will award the 2 to Nathan Bites.
Wow, great escape.
Shore
Bites.
was very close to catching those ankles there.
Yeah.
Trying to crawl up for the takedown, but Bites does kick away in time. Bites gets the takedown before they go out of bounds. A 4-1 lead for the Wildcat.
Bites is just as cool as a cucumber in this match. Even that position where Shore almost had him, he was cool as could be. Something that helps in those times of high pressure is calm, being able to be calm in those positions.
Bites now working over, trying to run the shoulder over the top of Jake Shore. He's got the near fall count. Shore tries to keep the shoulders off the mat. And a pin comes for Nathan Bites with 6 seconds left. The fall for the top-ranked Wildcat in 1 minute and 54 seconds puts Maquoketa Valley on the board.
So we head to 215
pounds. It'll be Ivan Otto for Maquoketa Valley. His opponent is Wapsie Valley's Grayson Miller.
Miller, a freshman, still looking for his first varsity win. And he stumbles, but just that strength being able to recoup. And Miller able to try to work his way around. Otto's in on a leg. Now he's got that front headlock. He's trying to sprawl. He'll work his way around for the 2. So Miller scores his first varsity points.
Good patience there for Garrett Miller. Just keeps
Grayson.
working, keeps working. I said Grayson, didn't I?
You said Garrett.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've called older brother Garrett's name so many times.
I'm not trying to be, I've said it too, but we gotta be careful with the Zook thing too. So
Zook.
See, there you go. I said it wrong.
And locked hands call there. Be 1 point for Ivan Otto. As a locked hand was called on Grayson Miller.
You see, Miller, he tried to pull Otto back into him. He's got to keep pushing forward, not be afraid to run him out of bounds. If anything, that's only going to help you going forward into the match. As look, now Miller using that forward pressure, he flattens Otto out.
Miller works that shoulder over.
Looking for his first varsity win, and he gets it! The pin for the freshman!
Grayson Miller with win number 1. Gets the fall over Ivan Otto in 1 minute and 16 seconds.
So, we move on to the big boys, 285. It'll be number 3, Aiden Salo, versus number 12, Derek Hilsenbeck. Oh my! The strength just throws Hilsenbeck by.
Now, these two wrestlers pretty familiar with each other. They did face off, I believe, in the district final last year at MFL Marmac to go to state. Salo was victorious in that one. Hilsenbeck went to state as the district runner-up. Now Hilsenbeck tries to work back around, and he'll get the reversal, tying it up 2-2.
Just great. Keep moving. You got to keep moving in these positions. The more a person moves in a certain position, the better chance they have to win that position. And Hilsenbeck was able to move in that position, be able to win that and get the reversal. Now Hilsenbeck flattens out Salo. I'm saying that right, correct?
Salo,
Salo,
yep.
Yeah.
Yep. At least that's what Maquoketa Valley's football coach told me, so I'm going with it. Hilsenbeck trying to grab those wrists, curl him under, forcing him forward, and they go out of bounds with 19 seconds left in the first period. A tie score between number 3, Aiden Salo of Maquoketa Valley, and number 12, Derek Hilsenbeck of Wapsie Valley.
Battle of the Valleys.
Had a lot of Battle of the Valleys recently. You had volleyball, football, and now wrestling.
What's next? Basketball? When do we play them?
Not on the schedule for now, but you never know. Salo was able to get around for the takedown for 2 and ends the first period up 4-2. And Aiden Salo will take the bottom position to start the second.
Hilsenbeck's got to have a good, hard ride here on top. He wants to have a chance at winning this match.
He's got to drive forward here. Loses position as Salo works around and gets the reversal, going up 6-2.
I said this earlier. Being able to move in a certain position equals better chances at winning that position. Salo was able to keep moving his feet. Hilsenbeck just couldn't follow behind. That's why Salo got the reversal. Hilsenbeck trying to work in the position.
And they'll go out of bounds at the edge of the mat. Back to center. Aiden Salo leading Derek Hilsenbeck 6-2. 53 seconds left in period number 2.
Nice Granby roll. I don't know why they didn't give him the reversal. He was clearly out of the position, but maybe you have to be out for a certain amount of time.
Never really gained control.
Yeah.
He's able to kick free, but never under his own power to get the chance to stand up or get out.
Hilsenbeck trying to work out of the position.
Derek Hilsenbeck does work around, but nothing happening.
Give him the 1-point escape. And now we have blood time.
It's hard to believe. We're, 5 matches in to this third duel of the night? So, somewhere around there. And I believe this is our first blood time.
Hey, you know me. Obviously, my parents know this. I've had a fair amount of blood times in my career. It was about every match I always had a stoppage for blood time. It got so bad at one tournament that the trainer, well, in this case, use Aaron as our example. There was a 4-mat kind of setup here. The trainer literally went to my mat waiting for me to get a blood time because she knew it was going to happen. That's how bad it got at one point.
Oh, the joys of wrestling. And they'll get them all cleaned up and back onto the mat with just 5 seconds left. Both the wrestlers on their feet in the neutral position. And at the end of 2 periods at 285 pounds, number 1 ranked Aiden Salo leads. Number 12 ranked Derek Hilsenbeck 6-3.
Looks like we have concluded our JV matches, so now we are just on varsity.
Hilsenbeck in the down position to start the 3rd period. He's got to hope, try to get a kick out, get an escape here, go in on a shot, tie things up here. Quick roll through there, but Salo able to regain position back on top. And another stoppage there for blood time. I'd like to take a moment here to thank our sponsors, including Legacy Roofing of Iowa. Protect your largest investment with our reliable roofing and gutter services. If you want to make your roof last as long as possible, it is vital that you never put off a roof repair. Small issues with roofing become big issues in a hurry. No matter how major or minor the repair you need, we are here to help. We offer roofing, contracting, storm damage repair, gutter replacement, and residential and commercial roofing. Call Mitch at 319-415-2472 or Lou at 319-415-5547. That's Legacy Roofing of Iowa. After a quick cleanup, wrestlers are back out on the mat. And maybe just one little blood spot on the mat to clean up.
So we are 1:34 left in this match. If you're Hilsenbeck right now, you got to keep moving the positions. You have to be able to move your feet, have that energy to keep moving, and just kind of outpace Salo here as we get towards the later part of this match. If you're Salo, control the match. You're up 6-3. You're already in control. Make sure you stay in control and don't give up any stupid mistakes.
All right, everybody back set, ready to finish off this match. Derek Hilsenbeck tries to spin around, stands up, looking to break those hands. Salo says no with a throw back to the mat.
And what do you know?
Blood time yet again. Never fails. Once blood time starts, you get one bloody nose, and it just keeps happening.
That's why they have that 5-minute or that 4.5-minute stanza there. They just need to make sure it stops before we actually get back going, because all these starts and stops can pile up quickly.
Just a whole lot of nose plugs and wipe up the mess and get back out there.
I'm wondering if the ref cut off the time here. I believe he did. Yeah, he did.
Yep.
Now, could you walk me through what kind of that means? Why does he cut it off?
I believe, and I'm not a wrestling expert by any means. I'm sure I had so many of you fooled. But from my understanding, once the bleeding is stopped is when they cut the time. And then after that, just a little cleanup, making sure he's all ready to go back out onto the mat.
Now, I know if that blood time does expire and it's not figured out, it's like a point for it. So in this case, it'd be a point for Hilsenbeck, correct?
All right, let's try this again. Both wrestlers back to the center, start things back up.
Minute 15 left. Hilsenbeck still trying to work in the position. Salo in control with about a minute left.
Hilsenbeck tries to roll through. Kicks the ankle free. Does get the escape. Score now 6-4. 53 seconds to go.
You know it's good when all eyes are on one mat. Everybody's watching. You better be able to perform. It's a 2-point match. This can get intense. Hilsenbeck's got to keep moving to the position. He's just got to keep moving to avoid a stalemate. Crossface hard here. He's got to just,
Stalemate will be called with 20, wow, I don't know how our clock got that far off, but 22 seconds left.
If you're Hilsenbeck, you just got to crossface hard. Try to get him off balance.
Yeah, I think things were getting a little too intense there. We need some blood time to cool down.
You just need it, you know? Sometimes it's needed. Too intense, Blake. Too intense. Need some time to let the emotions simmer a little bit, you know?
I'd like to thank another one of our wonderful sponsors able to help us bring all of our live streams to you. Little Wapsie Communications. Their state-of-the-art fiber network is complete in Fairbank, ready to serve your home or business with the fastest internet in town. For plans, pricing, and more information, call 319-279-3375.
Play a little guessing game, RTC or Little Wapsie, you know? You never know who you're going to get.
Depends on which side of the river you're living on. Salo gets the takedown there, goes up 8-4. 10 seconds to go in this match. A roll-through attempt there by Hilsenbeck. Salo stays with him. Keeps control, a stand-up, and nothing in time. That'll end the match. Your victor at 285 pounds, Aiden Salo with the 8-4 decision.
If you're Hilsenbeck, there's nothing to frown upon. You just hung around with a third-ranked guy in the state, and you're ranked number 12. That is absolutely nothing to frown upon as we head into the lightweights.
Wrestling at 106 for the Warriors, Caden Malinsky will receive a forfeit.
Caden Belinsky will be the winner by forfeit at 106. Sawyer Crawl, the forfeit victor at 113. And the rare double open at 120. And at 126, Brody Kleitch will receive the forfeit victory. Reese Hagenau receives a forfeit at 132, and Dallas Tissue will receive the forfeit victory at 144. Correction, Dallas Tissue taking the victory at 138, and Caden Dana gets the forfeit victory at 144. And that'll end the matches tonight as Wapsie Valley comes away with the victory 63-9 over Maquoketa Valley. All right, Zach, one last time. How about you give us our match, our dual meet rundown between the Warriors and the Wildcats?
So we started this duel at 150 pounds with a Easton Crawl picking up a fall in a minute 59. Decker picked up a fall. Miller picked up a 10-6 decision. Brock Kleitch picked up a fall. Nathan Bites picked up a fall. Garrett Miller picked up a fall. And Salo with an 8-4 decision. From there on, Cade Malinsky, Sawyer Crawl both received forfeits. The double open at 120. Brody Kleitch, Reese Hagenau, Dallas Tissue, and Caden Dana all received forfeit victories, leading to a 63-9 victory for the Warriors. I will say in this duel, Wapsie was the aggressor there, and with what Maquoketa Valley had to work with, they did a lot with it. They didn't lose a ton of matches. Yeah, they had some falls here and there, but the guys that were supposed to win won, and that's what you can look for. And obviously at this point with a small team, you're looking for guys just to get minutes on the mat. And then on the Wapsie side of things, just a great all-around night tonight. You did have that little stumble against Jesup. If you can fix that 120 spot and not have that open, have somebody there that can compete at a high level, you're probably going to win that duel against Jesup because you don't give up that 6 points.
And here's our final RTC Communications recap of the night. In our third and final duel of the night, it was Wapsie Valley coming away victorious by a final score of 63-9. Both teams were able to pick up one decision. Neither team had a major decision. In the falls category, Wapsie Valley picked up 4 to the Wildcats 1. And once again, the story of the biggest downfall of the Wildcats, Wapsie Valley picked up 6 forfeits to Maquoketa Valley's 0. And there was a rare double forfeit in there, but those get thrown out of the stats. So, Zach, you saw Wapsie Valley versus Jesup. You saw Jesup versus Maquoketa Valley, and you saw Wapsie Valley versus Maquoketa Valley. What were your final thoughts of the night?
For all three teams, they all looked great tonight. Obviously, the standout of the night in Jesup, they won the 2 duels. They look probably the best all-around team here. But Wapsie had some bright lights there with the win over Maquoketa Valley. And in that duel against Jesup, they were able to hang around despite having an open weight. And for Wapsie, that's kind of what killed them, was the open weight there. If they don't have that open weight, they probably hang around that duel a little more than they did in the original duel. For Jesup, going forward, you have to take this momentum into the next duel and take that momentum into the next duel. Not a lot of times we see Jesup beat Wapsie, especially here at home. Not a lot of times we see Wapsie lose at home. It was a very big duel for them. They have to really put the emphasis on that duel and carry that momentum forward. For Maquoketa Valley, bounce back. Find some guys to fill in some weights. Maybe bring up some JV guys if you have them to fill those weights. The more weights you have filled, the better chances you have of winning a duel. From them going forward, just use the guys you have, win the matches you need to win, and move forward throughout the season. Because you got to remember, this season, it's opening night. The season's young. There's a lot of time to figure things out. There's a lot of times lineups are going to change over the course of the year. This is not the final stand.
And we talked about earlier, it's early in the season. Everybody's trying to fall into their weights. They're still losing weight. We talked about the descent plans, and you're starting at this weight, you're trying to get down to this weight, but you can only get there so fast to try and maintain a healthy weight loss there, not losing weight too fast and sacrifice some of your health there. And that's what did cost Wapsie Valley at the 120 weight. But overall, not a bad night. There was a couple matches here and there that you would have liked to see a little more, a little less. You try to bring a major down to a regular decision. You try to, push a decision or major decision to attack. Those little points, and it is early in the season. Everybody's still growing, trying to break off some of the rust, because it is different wrestling the guys in the room and wrestling somebody from the other team. There's just a little bit of extra gear that you find wrestling somebody else.
Yeah, and for sure, I think you're looking at guys, these guys see each other in the room every day, and they're trying to get better, and you're only going to get better if you wrestle guys that you haven't wrestled before. Eventually, you're going to wrestle your guys in the room so much, you know what their weaknesses and strengths are, and you know how to avoid them. When you wrestle somebody new, you never know what their strengths and weaknesses are. So being able to kind of bounce around that is very important heading into the later parts of the season, and especially in the tournament time. The Wapsies have a dual tournament this Saturday, the Chris Davis invite. They need to have a strong showing there to be able to bounce back heading into next week and be able to have momentum going forward.
And you mentioned the Chris Davis Invitational, the individual tournament, both for the JV and the varsity.
Oh, it's individual?
Individual.
Oh, it's team.
Nope, individual. That will be taking place this Saturday here at Wapsie Valley. The varsity side of the tournament will begin at 10 a.m. here in the main gym, and the JV side of the tournament will begin at 8:30 over in the junior high gym. And that is the Warriors' next upcoming meet. Also looking forward after that, their first duel on the road will be next Thursday in Denver taking on Oran. We might potentially be on the road there. We'll let you know how that all unfolds if we're there to cover the Warriors duels against the Huskies and the Cyclones. And then after that, the Warriors go to the Mount Vernon Invitational, then a quick 3 days in a row taking on Columbus and Union in a duel, and then the Battle of Waterloo tournament, which is always great. And then that leads us up into our next confirmed broadcast back here at home on the 21st, right before Christmas break, as Wapsie Valley will take on APGC, Appleton Parkersburg Grundy Center, and AGWSR.
Get the full alphabet there, huh?
Lots of alphabet there. Alphabet soup.
Hey,
Duels.
I will say, for going into this road stretch for the Warriors, they need to be able to keep that grind on going into the road stretch. It's very hard to wrestle on the road, especially in an environment when you head to Denver, which I know can be very hostile at times with that Wapsie-Denver rivalry. But for us, I think the Warriors did a great showing tonight. They're going to be looking good heading into that road stretch.
Yep, and I'm sure Coach Kroll, and Sorensen saw a number of good things that they liked tonight. Zach, how about for each team tonight, give me one wrestler that stood out for you.
For Maquoketa Valley, I'm going to go with the number 1 ranked Nathan Bites. He really showed his technicality. As a wrestler, he really took his time. He didn't try to rush things. If I were going to throw in a kind of another wrestler there, a runner-up, I'll go with Aiden Salo. He just had a really good night tonight wrestling 2 really good matches. For Jesup, I'm going to go with it's hard. I'm looking at this Wapsie Jesup duel right now. I might go with this is hard. I'm going to go with Skylar Blade. God.
I know. We're really screwing up those Jesup names.
Well, there's no E.
I know. And any Jesup fans still listening for some reason to us ramble, thanks for listening, and we apologize for any name mess-ups again.
But Skylar Blade, he wrestled a great set of matches tonight, and he really showed what he could do in that back half to kind of carry the Jayhawks along that back half. It was a very tough stretch against the Warriors. If I had to give a second place, it's probably going to go to Ethan Kroll with his big fall over Reese Hagenau, or Brody Kleitch to win the duel against Wapsie. And then for Wapsie Valley, I'm going to go with Kanan Decker. He wrestled a great set of matches tonight. He was very aggressive out the gate. He was able to pinpoint weaknesses early, which is very important in matches where you don't know a lot about your opponent. You need to be able to pinpoint weaknesses early and pinpoint them often. He was able to do that in both matches, and that's why he had a successful night.
All right. You heard it right there, Zach's Wrestlers of the Night. We'd like to thank all of you for tuning in to tonight's duels as Wapsie Valley took on Jesup and Maquoketa Valley. I'm Blake Boer, my great broadcast partner, Zach Bavers, with the call tonight. And Zach will be on the call for basketball. The boys and girls taking on Dyke New Hartford tomorrow night. And Colin Bergman will be on the color commentary for that one. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Have a great rest of your night. And until next time, go Warriors.